Ukraine updates. More deaths, damage after Pokrovsk strikes. Russian strikes in the eastern Ukrainian city killed at least 7 and destroyed several buildings. Meanwhile, Ukraine said it arrested a woman for collecting data for Russia to attack President Zelensky. Ukrainian rescuers were racing on Tuesday to comb through the rubble of damaged buildings in the eastern city of Pokrovsk, a day after deadly Russian strikes. Officials raised the death toll on Tuesday to 7 and said more buildings were destroyed. Meanwhile, in Kyiv, Ukraine's security service, SBU, said a woman was detained for allegedly gathering information about President Volodymyr Zelensky and trying to pass details about military facilities to Russia. Death toll rises in Pokrovsk. Strikes to 7 rescue workers in the eastern Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk are combing through the rubble after 2 deadly Russian strikes. Ukraine's Interior Ministry raised the death toll on Tuesday to 7 and said at least 67 people were injured. Officials said the missile strikes, 40 minutes apart, damaged 9 and 5-story buildings, residential houses, a hotel where foreign journalists used to stay, dining establishments, shops and administrative buildings. Among the dead were 2 rescuers and 1 military member. According to local officials, President Volodymyr Zelensky said after the attacks that Russia is trying to leave only broken and scorched stones, Kremlin doubling down on strengthening Russian National Guard. UK, the British Defence Ministry, MOD, said in its regular intelligence update that the Kremlin was seeking to boost the Russian National Guard, or Rosgvardia, after no evidence suggested it helped thwart Wagner's short-lived mutiny. The MOD noted that Russia's President Vladimir Putin signed into a law a legislation allowing the Rosgvardia to be equipped with heavy weaponry. Rosgvardia has up to 200,000 frontline personnel and was created in its modern form in 2016, said the MOD, adding that Putin's former bodyguard Viktor Zolotov leads the Rosgvardia. Despite Zolotov's claim that his force performed excellently during the mutiny, there is no evidence that Rosgvardia carried out any effective action against Wagner. Exactly the sort of internal security threat it was designed to repress, the report said. With Zolotov previously suggesting that heavy equipment should include artillery and attack helicopters, the move suggests that the Kremlin is doubling down on resourcing Rosgvardia as one of the key organizations to ensure regime security. It added Ukraine arrests woman for allegedly spying for Russia-Ukraine Security Service. The SBU said it arrested what it called an informer accused of helping Russia plot an attack on President Volodymyr Zelensky. According to the SBU, the woman was gathering information about Zelensky's visit to the flood-hit region of Mykolaiv in southern Ukraine. She was allegedly seeking details about Zelensky's itinerary to help Russia plan massive airstrike on the Mykolaiv region. The SBU said security officers caught the woman red-handed, said the SBU, while she was trying to pass data to the Russian secret services. The woman lived in Ochakiv, a small town in Mykolaiv, and had previously worked in a store at a military base. Security services said she photographed locations and tried to get information from personal contacts in the area. She could serve up to 12 years in prison if convicted.